I can do things you cannot, and you can do things I cannot. Together, we can do great things. This is a quote from Mother Teresa. And with that being said, I would like to ask you, what are your special interests? They could be video games, they could be dancing, or a multitude of other hobbies. These are all things that you can do alone, or you can take the pleasure of sharing with somebody else. For me, my venture is skating. Today, I'm going to be thanking skating for A, getting me out of my house and the years of my past, and B, creating friendships that I probably wouldn't have had. So, to start off, I would like to thank you, skateboard, for when the days were long and time is all I had, I could have chosen to be like Patrick Star and hide under a rock and let the sun go by, but instead I chose to go out into the world and feel the breeze. Skating gave me a sense of adventure when, at a certain point in my life, I was just kind of a hermit. And this sense of adventure has extended now. Before, whether I was in East Providence, Rhode Island, whether I was in Brookline, Massachusetts, or even Marion Oaks, I would just go out and want to see my neighborhood. But now this sense of adventure has extended to either parts of Florida, parts of the country, or even parts of the world. So years ago, I yearned for a new part of the neighborhood, and today I yearn for a new part of the world. And honestly, I can thank skating for that feeling and that want. So what's better than having the sun shine down onto your face and feeling the spring breeze as you go down a hill at X miles per hour, not knowing too sure if you're gonna clash down at the bottom, sharing that experience with one other person at least. Which brings me on to my next topic. Thank you, skateboard, for expanding and reinforcing my friendships. My fondest memories go back to East Providence, where we would have this bike path that it would follow the Narragansett Bay, and me and my friends, my close friends that I grew up with, we would go on it, we would just skate on it and feel the spring breeze and see the water and see the sights, and it was beautiful. And at a certain point, we would stop at this very small cliff and we would just sit there and we would look out in the water and see the sunset. And it's not that skating, if it wasn't for skating, that wouldn't have happened, but it was definitely a very big driver. And I thank skating for that. And even when I moved on to Florida during my summer going into my junior year, I was fortunate enough to have family friends living within my neighborhood, Marion Oaks, who I was even lucky enough were easily influenced into skating. And with that, even more memories were created because it turns out Marion Oaks is great for skating with all its low traffic and high hills. It's truly amazing. And with that being said, skating's been great, although it's kind of sad to say that it's kind of just been turned to a tool for commuting. Although experiences and memories and friendships, they can stay strong, while hobbies tend to get less time put into them, sadly to say. I do have to thank skating to getting me to work every day. And point is, if you have special interests in a hobby that you like to do, it feels 10 times better when shared with somebody else.